Good Tuesday evening. Welcome to BCP Live. I'm Joey McWilliams. I am glad to get to be visiting with you tonight here on this Tuesday. It's a good night, and I'm looking forward to spending a little bit of time with you all tonight. Maybe not as long a show tonight. Flying solo here from Studio B at the Emerald Quest World Headquarters. And one of the things I wanted to do tonight, maybe a little bit different than we regularly do it here on BCP Live. Well, that's not to give a shout out. Hi, Penny. Glad you're watching tonight. For those of you who watch live, I know it's a little bit different than maybe those of you who are watching a replay. And if you're catching this on the replay, sometimes you watch to certain points and you have to go on through your day. You may be watching this at work or watching this in the morning, or whatever the case may be. And you might not make it to the end. So I wanted to do something from the end at the beginning tonight. And again, not take up too long tonight, but I wanted to just to do that as kind of something maybe a little bit different. So I wanted to start the night by saying, you know what? There are three things I want to encourage you to do tonight, tomorrow, throughout the rest of the week, and until we get a chance to visit again next Tuesday night. And those three things are three things that will help you live your life better. And I encourage you to do these three things. I almost dare you to do those three things, and that is this. Number one, be wise. I know I say this at the end every night, but I'm going to say it at the beginning tonight. I just felt like I needed to. One, be wise. Wisdom. Sometimes people say, well, with age comes wisdom. That's not true necessarily. With age comes experience. With age sometimes comes wrinkles. With age, comes opportunities or lots of memories likely. Age doesn't bring wisdom. Wisdom comes from God. And if you don't feel like you have enough wisdom, the Bible says you could ask, and God said he would give it to you. But I encourage you, number one, to be wise. Number two, to walk in love. Okay? It's easy to let things build up and to get angry, fly off the handle, walk in unforgiveness, hold grudges, things like that. So I'm just telling you, walk in love. That's a good way to live your life, and to live your life. To love your wife, by the way, is you need to walk in love. Wow. Anyway, to live your life. And number three, and this is very important, do not live in fear. There are so many things that are going on around us right now. I know if you've been watching this program for any length of time, I'm not closing the program right now, okay? Just seems like it because I wanted to do this at the beginning. There are so many things that are easily thrown down our path. The national media wants you to be afraid. So many other people want you to be afraid. I'm telling you, don't be afraid. Should you be wise? Yes. Do you, if you feel like that, you put yourself in a compromising position so that you might deal with a virus which shall not be named that's continuing to go around, don't put yourself in that compromising position. There are so many ways to combat these. You can be wise and respect the situation and still not be afraid. You don't have to be afraid. So I just want to encourage you. Thank you, Penny. I think it's the truth. I want to encourage you all to walk according to that tonight. Hi, Dottie. Glad that you are here tonight. Appreciate seeing your name come up there. All right. I said that I was flying solo tonight, so not a long broadcast. I wanted to bring something to your attention, okay? I wanted to just maybe make you think just a little bit and put something out there. I would imagine that all of you have thought about this point I'm going to bring up here in just a moment at some point in time. And so I wanted to give you an opportunity to think about it again. Dottie stuck in traffic right now at Love Field. You know what? I've been there. I have been there. I still would rather be stuck in traffic at Love Field than to be stuck in traffic at DFW. Just saying. So that is out there. All right. Before I get to this point, though, I do want to say thank you to a number of our sponsors who are not sponsoring BCP Live necessarily, but are sponsors of the Bryan County Patriot, the online news website, bryancountypatriot.com. And so I wanted to say thank you just to a few of those. Thank you to Triple T Estates, new establishment. You want to be on the lookout for this. To Texoma Taxes, to Jeff Shelburne, Heating and Air, Abundant Life Texoma, Blake Utterford, the Choctaw Nation, Durant Station, Greg Phillips Insurance, Indian Nation Wholesale, Mickle Law Firm, Texoma Financial Services, Jalapenos, People First Industries, and Texoma Utility Equipment, among others. Thank you very much for your sponsorship and for advertising on the Bryan County Patriot. This website continues to grow, and it is growing. I think it's growing at a good pace, and I'm excited about that too. So it's continuing to grow, steady growth, and I appreciate everyone for stopping by the Bryan County Patriot. School is starting and has started for a couple of school districts already in Bryan County. A number of districts get underway again on Thursday, August 12th. For the Patriot household, we have 3 that are starting school on Thursday, August 12th, and we will have for the next 2 years 3 little Patriots, and they're not so little anymore. They've grown a lot in the last couple of years. 3 of the little Patriots are in school in the Durant School District, 3 in high school. That's what I'm trying to say. 3 in high school. That's right. 1, 2, 3 in high school. So I appreciate your prayers about that. That's enough to definitely keep us going. Band camp went on for a couple of weeks, and I think they're all getting used to that. So that's fun. School starting. And now, this is what I want to talk about. Now, what I want to share, it might draw on your emotion just a little bit. If you're driving or if you're stuck in traffic, please don't drive off the road or get too emotional. But I was at a gathering, at a meeting within the past week, and this idea was brought to my attention. And it's something I've thought of before, something I had actually thought of on my own before, but I've also heard it 2 or 3 times over the course of my life. And the idea that what would you do if you wrote your own obituary? Okay. Now, I don't write obituaries. I have written a few. I don't write that many. I edit many obituaries. Now, that's the ones that come through. And by the way, we do obituaries on the Bryan County Patriot website. We do them for free. We believe it's a community service, and we put them on the website for free. And I edit every obituary that comes in. So if I'm saying right now I edit obituaries, and if you're one of the people that writes those obituaries, please don't be offended. I'm not saying you did a poor job. I'm saying that I'm editing everything that comes through. This website has my name on it, so I want it to look good. So I want to edit all those things. Yes, Brandy, woohoo! High school, yeah. Anyway, but I've seen a lot of obituaries. One of them that has come through today, and I'll put this up here because I was going to honor this person anyway, and I know that a lot of people pass, and I just felt like we needed to. I wanted to recognize Rhonda. Rhonda Klaus has passed. She's gone to be with the Lord, and I know many people knew Rhonda. One of the things that was in her obituary talked about the fact that she has such a wonderful smile, and she did. There was always a twinkle in her eye. And Rhonda she was one of the nicest people that I ever had the opportunity to meet. She was a sweet person. She was a kind person. She was a very smart person, friendly. She's the kind of person that you just wanted to be around. I mean, if Rhonda was in the room, you wanted to be where Rhonda was because she was going to make you smile, and she was going to make you feel good about yourself too, because she was always the kind of person that would look to be a blessing. What could she do for you? Those kind of people, they're out there all the time, but you may or may not see them all the time. When Rhonda came in the room, you knew she was almost just looking for somebody to bless. And I appreciated that so much about her. And I wanted to acknowledge her passing because I think she was worthy of it. And I wanted to take the time for that tonight. Also, it has come across my path today that there's going to be a celebration of life for Del McClain that's coming up in October. Another wonderful person, absolutely great person, had an impact on so many people in our community through theater and music and more. And we're going to honor him in October. And people need to be recognized. You need to stop every now and again, slow down, and recognize people. And if you can, recognize them while they're still with us. Take the time to call somebody. Take the time to text somebody. Text is so much easier even than that. There are many people I will regularly text, once a month, once a year, just, hey, just thinking of you. And it took about this long to get it done. But it's worth your time to text somebody. And so, Rhonda's one of those people too that I like to just stop for a moment and say, hey, Rhonda, love you. I would stop by KLBC every now and again when she was working at KLBC. And I was there part of the time that she was there doing Southeastern Athletics in my time. But sometimes when I had already gone on and was no longer doing Southeastern with KLBC, I would still stop by just to see Rhonda, just to say hi, because she was worth it, And there are so many people out there that are they're worth it. So I want to encourage you right now. Dottie, you're right. She was such a sweet soul, is such a sweet soul right now. She's in the presence of the Lord. David, she is a beautiful person, and she's a beautiful person in a body that's not giving any problems right now either. And Rhonda's one of those people. There's going to be a service, memorial service for her tomorrow, I believe. Rhonda's one of those people that the person officiating the service won't have to worry about whether or not he's making up anything when he says nice things about her. Anything nice you could say about Rhonda, she lived it. She was that person. And so what I wanted to pitch to you all tonight is this. What would you want someone to say about you at your funeral? Have you ever thought about that? We get going so fast, so quick, so breakneck speed all the time. And we're just cruising through life. And it's tough sometimes. It's tough to look. I just slow down today. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Patriot helped me slow down today. We were going to do something, and I knew that we needed to get it done, get something done for the wedding. Yes, we're constantly doing something for the wedding. 7 months away, still constantly doing something for the wedding. Slow down. Grab the 3 little patriots that are here. Throw you all in the car. Let's just all do it together. We have time. Let's spend some time together. And so we've spent some more time together today. What would you want someone to say about you if you're not going so fast and you had an opportunity to write down what you would want said about you, not only at your funeral, but your obituary, because that's the kind of thing that, of course, with online now, it's out there, it's on the internet, it's the internet's forever. So it's out there. What would you want said about you, and how would you want it said? There are things I've once wanted said about me before. One of the things I remember when I thought about this when I was much younger, I'm 50 now. And can I stop for a moment and say, there's still much life ahead? I believe God promised us, as a matter of fact, it says in his word, he promised us that our lives would be 120 years. And people sometimes say, well, no, it says 70 or 80 years at the most. No, that's not exactly true. It's not what God said. The Israelites said that. The Israelites said, well, yeah, all we're getting is 70 years and 80 if we're lucky. That was them talking. That wasn't God talking. God talked about 120. And I've honored my father and mother, and so 50 right now. I'm not even at middle age. Just saying. You have to deal with me for a while longer. Sonia, let me put that up there. I'm going to show this one really quickly. Rhonda was the sweetest. I told my kids I didn't want my obituary to say I was of the Baptist faith. I wanted to say she was an active member of First Baptist Church Calera. She had a relationship with Jesus, not just a religion. I think that's great. I think that is absolutely great. And what would you want it to say? Taking the time maybe to write it out. And all right, Mike, I'm going to throw this one up here really quickly. It's just my family to say I was a good man who helped folks. It's all that matters. The golden rule, grace. I think you're doing a great job of that, Mike, too. I think that you have a lot going on, and I think you are being of help to a lot of people. So I'll throw that out there for you. I encourage them to say that about you, too. I think that's cool. I've written things down before. I'd like for someone to say, and this one's a tough one for me because I know that there have been times I've tried to live these out. I want people to say he was a man of honor. I want people to say that he loved the Lord. I want people to say he loved his family. And I want people to say he loved others. I think love should be in there. I'd like that to be in there too. I know sports will probably wind up in there somewhere, and that's fine because that's been a part of what I've done for a long, long time, and that's okay as long as it's in the proper order. Let's talk about God first. Let's talk about loving the Lord, loving my wife, my children, and others. And then we'll bring the sports into play on that. I want people to say I was a man of honor. I'd like to live honorably before my God, honorably before my wife and children, honorably before you all. There have been times I've missed it. And I will say this, this is recorded for posterity. I've missed it. I feel like I've failed at times in trying to be honorable. And, those are the times I look back on and say, wow, it frustrates me, and all I can do is say, okay, well, you messed up there, Joey. You got another day tomorrow. And as long as God gives you another day, make it up and do the best you can tomorrow. So I don't know if you've ever thought about that before. It is it's a real thing. And by the way, and Sonia and Mike, you guys have actually written something down right now. You've typed it up. I would encourage you to take the time to write it down, physically write it down. I mean, or type it on your computer. I've got a monitor right here. I've got another computer I keep up here. I've got monitors all over the place in here in Studio B. When you write something down, there is something to getting it out of here, and putting it on paper. I mean, it almost makes it more real. When you can see it written down like that, hey, this is what I want people to say about me, man, that it makes it more real. So I encourage you. That's my encouragement for the night. Flying solo tonight. Getting ready for school starting in less than 2 days. Yeah. Think about what you'd want someone to say and write it down. And here's the kicker. Then you have to live it. Now, you may be living it already. Mike, I would say you're living it already. Man, you're helping people. Some of you all are living it already. And so writing this down is not that much. But you may write some things down and look at it and go, man, I don't know if I'm doing this or not yet. Well, now's the time to start. Now's the time to make that difference. Now's the time to make a change and say, okay, from here on out in my life, from this year on, for me, it would be 50. Trying to make 50 look good. Just saying. From 50 on, what more do I want to do? And there's a lot that I already feel like I'm doing okay. Can I do it better? My competition, I'm a very competitive person. When God opened up the door for me to get to coach basketball, high school basketball, that was a big deal to me because I hadn't been competing in a long time. I'd done a whole lot in high school, even a little bit in college, but I hadn't been competing. I got married, had children, had a job, and I didn't feel like I was competing to win. I love to win. I want to win. I want to get out there and do something and beat somebody and win. And so I was excited about getting that job and being on the sidelines and, encouraging. We win games, man. I dug it. But as I'm getting older, some of those opportunities aren't there anymore as much for me personally. I get to record it. I get to broadcast. I get to interview people. But for me personally, man, I'm not going up against other people all the time. But there's an inward competition. And now I compete with what was I yesterday and what can I do today to be better? Mike, you're right. We can always do better. By the way, Christine, hi, I see you there. All is well with me, Christine. I hope all is well with you and your family. I am doing well. Man, heart's ticking well, and everybody is well. So I just want to give you a good report. Doing well. Thank you for checking on me. But as Mike said, and as I'm saying right now, that internal competition, what did I do yesterday? What can I do today? Can I make it better? There's always room to improve. And so I want to encourage you, write it down. Take the time. I would love to see between now and for the rest of August, if somebody has something, share it in the comments in the next couple of weeks. We'll take time to look over that if you wanted to share one of the things that you wrote down or things like that would help make that you would hope somebody would say about you when it's your time. I actually am going to have an obituary written down. I've already put some things in motion to write my own obituary because I want it to be punctuated properly and I want it to be grammatically correct. I'm just saying. Anyway, and so I have some things down. Now, whatever Mrs. Patriot or the little Patriots after me or little grandkid Patriots after me, whatever they do with it, they may change it and say, no, we're going to put something else in there. I don't know. But I do have some things already written down. I want to encourage you to do that. Rhonda is a great person. Rhonda is a sweet soul, and she is on the other side right now, and we miss her. We miss Dell. I saw, let me see, who else had passed today. Well, let me check here. Ray Welburn. I miss Ray. I appreciate all the folks that have passed on. By the way, again, if you want to check out the obituaries on Bryan County Patriot, we try to keep those as up to date and as timely as we can each and every day. So want to be a blessing. All right. I think that's about it for the night. Wow. That's not bad. Well, I said it at the beginning. I'll say it again here at the end. Be wise, walk in love, do not live in fear. All right. If you can do those things, you'll do well. I know who the guest is supposed to be for next week. We'll see how that all turns out. I never want to embarrass anybody because sometimes guests have to bail at the last moment, and I don't want them to look bad or feel bad about that. So I know who the guest is supposed to be for next week. I hope that we get to do everything well and enjoy it. All right. In the meantime, Sonia, thanks for watching tonight. Mike, Christine, David, thank you all for watching. Penny, Dottie, as always. Dottie, I hope you have a safe trip back. Brandy, thank you for watching tonight. Drive safely and get out of traffic well, and take care of everybody there at Love Field. In the meantime, one last thing. I'm wearing the Midwest Sports Net shirt tonight. I had put out a request for folks to, if you had an opportunity, would you please consider subscribing to Midwest Sports Net's YouTube channel? And lots of folks have done that. We've passed the 600 mark. We actually have passed the 650 mark, headed for 1,000 subscribers. That is the goal. And there are some more things we can unlock on the YouTube channel when we get to that point. So if you haven't already subscribed, it's Midwest Sportsnet. Please do consider that. And thank you very much. It helps this business as well because it's part of the overall business. All right. God bless you all. Thank you for watching tonight. Have a great, great day tomorrow, a good week. And for those of you who are starting school on Thursday, God bless you all. Get some rest so you can wake up early and feel good on Thursday morning. All right. Have a great night. Thanks again for watching. See you next Tuesday night.